Hi guys, welcome back to the Library of Alexandria, and today I have another fun thing for you guys to see and for me to do. So, a few months ago, my friend Elle over at Elliot Brooks did this video where she took a nerdy, bookish personality test and then had her husband, Sean, come in and take it as if he were her, and then they compared their responses. And it was super fun and super neat, and then they did a vice versa video where he took it and then she took it as him, and so I'm going to do that as well. So that is what I'm going to do today, is I am going to be taking this nerdy, bookish personality test, and then my wonderful wife, Christina, who you've seen on my videos before, she's going to come in here and sit next to me and take it as if she were me and see how close she can get to my answers, or she can reveal the truth that she thinks about me, if that is the case. Now, this test that I will be taking is the Knights Radiant personality quiz, so I'm gonna see which of the Knights Radiant I will be. I have no context for that. I have not read the Stormlight Archives, so I don't know. Whatever the result is, you can let me know if you think that my result fits what you think about me, or if you're like, no, you're definitely like the plaid one, the plaid knights of the Radiant table, or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know what a Knight Radiant is, other than that it's in Stormlight Archive. But I've been told there's no spoilers in this, so taking it will be fun. And then when I actually read Stormlight Archive, hopefully later this year, I can be like, oh, that guy, that's me, I'm one of those guys. So I don't know if it's going to be one of them four bridgers or not. I don't know if that's a Knight Radiant or not. Who knows? So without wasting any more time, I'm going to load up this personality quiz. All right, so at the beginning we have heart on sleeve or poker face. So this has a slider, as you'll see. It has a slider from all the way 100% one side or 100% the other side. Heart on sleeve. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Yeah, I'm not super good at hiding my emotions. I'm actually really bad at it. 100%. Confident needs reassurance. This one, I think I'm pretty confident at certain things. Like if you're talking about ancient history or trivia or, I don't know, random academia, I'm pretty confident. Playing video games, unless I'm playing my brother, I'm pretty confident. I know what I'm talking about, but in new situations and, sometimes the depression just comes. So I'm going to say I need a little bit of reassurance. I like words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is my love language. So I'm going to put 60% needs reassurance, 40% confident. Cautious or daring? I am not a risk taker. Being 30, almost 39, I'll be 39 this month. Being 39 and having made a lifetime of poor decisions has made me risk averse. Now, every now and then I want to do something like, oh, let's do this, without thinking about it, because that's how I roll. But whoop, I'm going to probably be 75% cautious here. I am not a super big risk taker. Library or dojo? I don't even know what that means. Which do I prefer? I like libraries, but a dojo, well, I don't like physical activity really. But if I was a ninja, I would be in a dojo, or a samurai. Well, I don't like physical activity, so I would rather, dojos are cool though. When we were in Japan, we went to a dojo and learned judo? Yeah, we learned judo. I was bad at it. We had one judo lesson, it was terrible. I will choose, I do like dojos because they are, Asian in nature. But library's fine. I would definitely rather be in a library. It's quiet. Wolf pack or lone wolf? This is hard. So, I like being around people, but I also like really being by myself a lot of times. Well, okay, so here's how it is. So I don't know about you guys, I am an, what am I? I am an ENFP. I am an ENFP, which, the E is extrovert, which, I guess. My wife is an INFJ, because the J is for judgy. It's not, it's for judging. But she doesn't like when I tell that joke. So I like being around people, but at the same time, so I really like hanging out with friends, but I am also someone who's not really bored a whole lot. So I could literally just sit in my house all day, every day, and just be fine. I could read, I could play video games, I could watch TV, I could exercise. And I'm pretty happy. Like, do I like hanging out with people when I do? Yeah. But like, I don't really take a great effort to leave my house. But I do like friends. Like, I'm gonna say 60-40 on this. I'm a 60% Wolfpack, maybe 65, 65. All right, Peacemaker or Firebrand? I don't know what that means. I definitely dislike conflict a lot. I don't like confrontation. I'm not a huge fan of conflict. I just wish, okay, life would be better if people would just do the right thing without having to be told to. If people just do the right thing, be grand. Like, why? I don't know why people need to be told what to do. Like, I don't know why we need to encourage people to not be huge douchebags. So I'm always trying to make peace, but I am also, is there anything about like, I don't know, come back if I need to. Is there anything about like being enraged? Because I am enraged, like, especially, I'm righteously indignant a lot. So I'm gonna put 75 because I am very, very much, I'm very, very much like, I want to lead a revolution, and let's all go hang out on a barricade with, overthrowing an empire. Cue music. Spiritual or skeptical? Okay, I'm a Christian, so is my wife. I have questions, as everybody does, but I'm gonna put 95% spiritual. Leader or facilitator? Aren't those the same? Leading, like, a good leader is a facilitator. Like, a good leader, I guess, is that what this is asking? Like, a leader just takes over and does things for you, or you just follow them, or facilitator, like, allows people. As a teacher, I have to be a facilitator. Like, I have to facilitate learning growth. They have to be able to do it on their own, because I know how to do it. They're always like, what does this mean? I'm like, I didn't study my vocab. Sorry, guys. Like, they're like, I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I don't know that word. I just didn't look over my words, just like you. I don't know, like, I guess I like to lead, but I also like to facilitate. I've been a dungeon master for, 20 years. I'm going to put that right. I'm going to leave that at 50-50. I don't know. I'm going to leave that 50-50. 50-50. Guard dog or alley cat? What does that mean? Do I like cats better than dogs? Alley cat or guard dog? An alley cat, so is it like a tomcat, like Alexander Hamilton, like Martha Washington named her tomcat after him. That's true. Is that what this is? So am I like, like running from person to person, like being like, oh, I don't have no loyalties. Like, I'm extraordinarily loyal. Is there a loyalty one here? Like, if there's a loyalty one, like, is there a loyal one? Where's the loyal one? I don't know. Anyway, if guard dog means loyalty, because that's what I'm saying it means, 100%. I have difficulty like leaving jobs because I have such loyalty to the people that hired me. Anyway, I have like I don't ditch people. I have a lot of loyalty. Compassionate. My buddy who's a teacher, like if they fail, he's just like, oh well, I guess you failed. I take it so personally. I feel bad. I feel bad when people fail, but what can I do? And do the work. Anyway, I am very, very, very compassionate. I mean, there's a small segment of the population for which I don't have any compassion, and that's douchebags. But 90% of the time, I have a lot of compassion, unless you're a douchebag. Heart or head? Ugh. Okay, I make decisions emotionally a lot. But not completely emotionally. It's much better than it used to be. I used to be like, the most impulsive, like Kelsey, or just like, go, or Falkio, like, screw it, I'll think about it later. I'm a little better than that now, so I'm going to say probably 75%, 70% heart's fine. Flamboyant or reserved? Do I strike anybody as flamboyant? Am I flamboyant? Like, I mean, I guess, compared to reserved, I guess. I'm reserved kind of in public, when I'm in, like, situations I don't know, but I'm definitely, like, loud and bombastic. Let's say 80% flamboyant. Letter of the law or spirit of law? Okay, so I think both of these are important. I'm a very lawful person. the problem is there are too many people that get out of technicalities and violate the spirit. In fact, no, it's got to be spirit of law, because this crap, like, the part of the problem that we have in our freaking country is that people are like, well, it's not technically illegal. Oh, it's a loophole. Like, shut up with your loophole. Clearly the law is not meant for you to pay no freaking taxes and to, like, take advantage of the people that work for you, or any other number of things that the people in power use. Oh, no. Spirit of the law, like 90%. The letter of the law is important. 75-25. 25-75. Free spirit or disciplined? Is it free spirit mean am I a hippie? Like, am I a flower child? Am I going to name my child something nature related, perhaps? I'm not super disciplined. I am with some things, but like, I'm a procrastinator. I'm not organized. I have strengths, and being like organized is not one of them. I definitely, wing it more than I am disciplined. So let's say 70, but I'm pretty disciplined at trophy hunting on the PS4. Stop it! Go to 70. All right, well, it's 70. There you go. All right, obedient or rebellious? I want to be rebellious and start a revolution. I am definitely a rebel at heart, but I also believe in following rules, but I am a rebel at heart in the fact that rebelling against, like, a tyrannical system, always. That is why I wear my shoes all the time, because, again, I always had to take them off when I was a child. Well, I'm probably more like 60-40. There we go. Creative or conventional? I'm not super traditional, like, as far as conventional is, because I'm just, like... Okay, guys, a lot of the ways that people do stuff is dumb. For example, job interviews. Why are they set up for you to lie? Why do they ask dumb questions like, so what would you say are your biggest weaknesses? Okay, like, I procrastinate, I tend to get easily overwhelmed as deadlines approach. Like, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear my actual weaknesses. I'm well aware, but you don't want to hear that. You want me to say, like, I care too much, I work too hard. Like, it's stupid. Like, why is that system even in place? Like, so much, like, the whole thing about we have to read freaking Dickens. You're gonna learn so much from Nicholas Nickleby, rather than allowing kids to read books they want. Conventional wisdom is sometimes dumb. So I'm gonna put 80% creative. Dependable or flexible? I am both of those things. I'm pretty dependable, I think. I hope. I think I'm pretty dependable, but I'm also pretty flexible. I'm gonna leave that in the middle. Down to the earth and head in the clouds. I like to be a realist, but I also dream all the time, again, of revolutions. So 70-30, or 69-31 if it's going to stay there. Thinks outside the box, colors inside the lines. What kind of barbarian colors outside the frickin' lines? Like, I'm sure this is metaphorical, but just the thought of coloring outside the lines drives me crazy. I color inside the lines. Yeah. Tense or relaxed? Ugh, I'm high strung. 80. Decisive or indecisive? The fact that, as you've seen me struggle on some of these, tells you that I am more indecisive. It just depends. Like, I can take, like, when faced with a couple options that if I don't really care about either one, I can be like, okay, that one's fine. But if I care about something a lot, or if I'm spending a lot of money that this comes from, okay, so back when I was poor, I would have enough money for like one book, and I'd go to Barnes & Noble, and I would literally grab 2 books, and I can afford one of them. And I would sit there, and I'm not even kidding. Like, this is 100% without exaggeration. I would sit in that store for 3 hours, like, looking at these 2 books and weighing them. Which one? I can't make the wrong choice. And maybe I'd go back to the bookshelf, like, look for another one, and I'd still end up with those same 2. And you know what I did after 3 hours? I left with neither of them. Because better to make no decision at all than to make the wrong decision. So that wasn't great. I learned so much about me. But that was like 15 years ago. But now, I'm probably more decisive. I'm going to let my indecision stand and keep that at 50-50. Likes change, likes stability. Whoop! 100% like stability. I have Asperger's, and there's one thing that people on the spectrum despise. It is change. I don't want anything to change ever. I want everything to stay exactly how it is, unless it sucks. If something sucks, that can change. But if something doesn't suck, it needs to remain at its non-suckitude level forever. Like stability. Planner or spontaneous? I'm not a super great planner. I'm definitely 75% spontaneous. I don't like, even making plans is tiring. Ends justify the means. Ends do not justify the means, ladies and gentlemen. They don't. If you have to be a huge, and I have to talk about this in my classroom, I have to tell my kids that, guys, like, your character matters. Like, who you are as a person matters more than what you do. In my opinion. It's the right opinion. So, like, if you have to, like, cut the leg out from under a bunch of people to get to achieve success, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're doing the wrong thing. Don't do it. The end doesn't justify the means. Honorable actions, 100%. Playful or serious? I'm actually pretty playful. I can be serious when I have to, like when students aren't doing the work they need to do. So, 80% playful. Tells the truth or bends the truth? I almost always tell the truth. The worst lies I have are the social lies, because you can't really tell, like, people don't want to hang out with you. Like, you can't really say no. Like, no, I just don't want to hang out. I just want to sit at home and do nothing. So, like, do y'all do this where you have to be like, well, you know, I've got all these, I've got to do this, or, you know, because then if you have to work, like, no one can get mad at you for having to work. I mean, in my case, that is often true. I always have papers I have to grade. But you can't just be like, no, I don't want to do that. I just don't want to go anywhere. Like, I'd rather just stay here and do this, or play video games or whatever. So I almost always tell the truth, except to get out of social stuff. Likes to take things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Isn't that the same as, like, not change? If it's not broke, why on earth would you change something if it's not broken? Like, why do you want, like, stick to the plan? Like, have you read Mistborn? Stick to the plan. Don't vary. Stick to the plan. Hotel or camping? Man, I ain't going camping out in the freaking dirt with bugs and stuff. I actually do like camping. I guarantee you my answer is my camping score is higher than my wife's. She hates the idea of camping. But I would almost always rather, like 80, let's say 90%. I would camp. Fencing or boxing? Are you kidding? Okay. Is this a decision? Do I want to be punched on, around, and about the face? Or do I want to engage in the sport of kings, fencing, and be fancy? Are you kidding me? Sword fighting or being punched on, around, or about the face? 100%. And if it's just asking if you're fancy or, like, you know, down in the street, I'm fancy. 100% fencing. Artistic or scientific? I suck at science. So, but I mean, I guess it's asking, are you creative or logic? Like, I got some logic, but I'm like 80-20. 81-19. Book smart or street smart? I hate this. I hate this term. Like, those of you who grew up as a nerd, like, all you had was that you were smart, right? And anytime you lean on that, like, hey, well, at least I'm smart. They're like, yeah, but you're book smart, as if, like, somehow that undercuts your intelligence. Like, oh, you're just book smart. You know things. How dare you, sir? You know things? I laugh at your lack of skills. So I am not super great at, like, tasks. Like, I don't have a lot of marketable skills. I can, however, tell you all about the Greeks and the Romans. I am almost entirely book smart. Paladin or rogue? I am not a rogue. I'm 98% paladin. Competitive or casual? I don't like to be super competitive. My friends and I mostly play co-op games because we get our feelings hurt. Like, I'm much more mellow than I was. I don't mind losing. Okay, tell me if this is y'all when y'all play games. Like, I don't mind losing. I do mind losing when people are playing suboptimally. Like, if you're playing a competitive game and literally because I'm loud, like, my friends just decide, like, let's gang up on Alan. Like, why? Like, literally, if you attack me, it is not in your best interest. If you attack me, so-and-so is gonna win. Like, he's gonna win. Like, attack him. He is winning. No, you're just gonna attack me because it's funny? Okay, that makes me mad. Are y'all like that? Are y'all the friend that gets ganged up on? That's me. So that makes me mad. I'm pretty competitive. When it comes to trivia, I'm really competitive. I'll put 70 because I really like playing things casually. I don't like taking things super seriously. Transparency, need to know. I'm pretty transparent. Like, I don't really hide stuff. I also, however, am not super forthcoming, especially when I'm tired. Like, I don't really proffer information, but when asked, I don't hold back information. So it's just like, you just have to ask and I'll let you know. I would say I'm mostly transparent. 65 maybe, not 64, 36, whatever. Here we go. All right, say the words. What did I get? Gachonk. I am an edge dancer. I don't know what that is. Is that lift? Am I lift? Isn't that like the 16-year-old girl that everyone hates? Isn't that edge dancer? Am I lift? No! Okay, speaking in the ancient odes, life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Edge dancer. I will remember. You are an edge dancer, which gives you access to the surges of abrasion and progression and regrowth. I don't know what any of that is. Abrasion allows you to make objects, including yourself, frictionless. Really? So I just whoop, I'm a human slip and slide. Progression and regrowth allows you to heal organisms and alter their growth. Edge dancers are known as being caring and graceful. I am not graceful. Among the Knights Radiant, they see it as their duty to care for the common people and are often less interested in war than they are about trying to improve the daily lives of the common folk. Often, a mid-sized town would have an edge dancer or two on permanent assignment where they'd use regrowth to provide healing and would work for the common good of the town. Edge dancers tend to be among the more religious of Radiants and is the order where you're most likely to find former religious leaders who end up bonding a spren. No idea what those words mean. Did I get this solely because I gave like 90% spiritual? During war times, they often act as mobile medics, eschewing actual combat to heal or pull out wounded or those trapped in terrible situations. However, there's some renowned for their graceful and skilled prowess in combat, occasionally used as scouts or special forces troops in conjunction with a team of windrunners or skybreakers. One should never assume the edge dancers are in any way base just because they often ignore high society. They are renowned as some of the most refined and graceful Radiants. What? I'm 68% edge dancer, 65% windrunner, light weaver, wheel shaper, truth watcher, skybreaker, bondsmith. I am not an else caller, whatever an else caller is, or a dust bringer. Though I have 3 animals that'll bring plenty of dust. So anyway, so that is I'm gonna take a picture of this. Those are my results, and now I'm going to get my wife in here, and we'll see what she thinks. So we are back, and I'm back with my wonderful wife,
Christina.
Yes, and so during the break where I had to go get her, I was talking to people in my Discord about edge dancers, and apparently edge dancers are really cool. I saw Child of Honor posted, "I will remember those who are forgotten. I will listen to those who have been ignored." That is definitely me. I will listen to those who have been ignored. That'll get a fire. So I thought it was just like the healer. And I don't want to play the healer class, but that sounds really awesome. So, and I'm also in really good company with Katrina and Kate and Charmaine. 3 of my most favorite people are also edge dancers. So we'll see if I get edge dancer here with my wife taking it, as she will take it as me. She's not going to guess what I said. She's going to adjust the sliders as if she were me taking the quiz.
So heart on your sleeve or poker face? Well, shoot. It depends on the situation.
Oh my goodness, honey.
When you're around a lot of people, you can kind of poker face it, honey, but I think you're more hard on yourself.
There are like 30 of these, so.
Okay, I'll try to go faster.
70-30?
Yeah, 70. Right. Confident, needs reassurance.
You can talk about them. I'm just saying.
I think we're gonna go 60-40 here.
Okay.
I think there are. Yeah, I think there are some things that you need more reassurance on.
I agree.
Other things that you're super confident.
I agree. I think that's literally what I put for that one.
Cautious or daring? I'm leaving that 50-50.
Okay, why?
It just depends on the, like...
Honey, are they all going to depend? Am I 2 people?
It just depends on the situation. Okay. Like, we are the opposite when it comes to... When we were dating, I I would always say you can never be too careful, and he would say it's probably fine.
Oh, that's true. That's our mottos. Like hers is, you can never be too careful, and
You're like, it's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
So,
that's true.
But there are some things that you're pretty cautious in. So,
all right.
Library or dojo? Library. 100%. Wolf pack or lone wolf? I think wolf pack. I'm gonna go 80%.
80% wolf pack?
I think you really like having a pack. I think you like being a pack leader.
That's true. But what about all the times?
Pack leader.
But what about all the times where I'm just like, I could probably just stay at home and play video games and never hang out with anybody ever.
That happens. It does. But you always have.
Okay.
Peacemaker or Firebrand? Firebrand. Dink. Firebrand.
That one was so hard for me because I also hate.
Really?
I hate conflict, but I also said I'm easily enraged. So
yeah,
that's true.
And I don't think you're super eager to like get in there and
that's true.
Like work out peace with other people.
That's true.
I think if there is conflict, if there's already conflict, you kind of avoid it.
That's true.
For the record, with Firebrand versus Peacemaker, between us, Alan's always the Peacemaker.
That's true. That's true.
So, but with the world,
I'm very fast.
Firebrand.
I'm very fast to say sorry. You want to know why? I don't like being in arguments with people. So, like, I just like, I'm sorry. Let's just move on.
Fast to say sorry and fast to forgive as well.
True. That's also true because
you show me a lot of grace.
Unless you're a douchebag, in which case, not you, but like, unless like people are douchebags.
I'm not a douchebag.
Then I have a list of douchebags. All right.
Okay, spiritual or skeptical? I think you are more skeptical. I'm gonna go with 60-40 there.
Then religious? I thought that the religious one.
I think you're even skeptical of
my own religion.
No, people.
I mean, that's true.
I think you're skeptical of.
But I don't think this. I think this is asking purely about
religion.
Yes, because the other side is spiritual. Like, are you spiritual or are you skeptical of the spiritual? I think that's what it means. What? But isn't a good leader a facilitator?
Yes.
So you just say, I just like to take control. That's what you're saying. I just like to be in charge. I like to be the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I think so. I don't know what I put. I don't know where to put.
I think you are a natural born leader. I think people like to follow you.
That's why I have a child army.
I think that's why you're a good teacher.
Army.
I think anytime in our friend groups, Alan will make a joke one time and then it'll become like a running gag for like months that everybody repeats. So I think he's just a natural born leader. You can't help it. People don't let you facilitate. They make you lead.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Guard dog or alley cat?
I interpreted this as, like alley cats are like,
getting in fights all the time.
And like by themselves and very like lone, and then guard dog is like super loyal. Like that's what I interpreted it as.
Compassionate or dispassionate? Okay, you seem very gruff, but you're surprisingly compassionate.
Do I seem gruff to y'all? Like,
is that just me?
Do I seem gruff? My students often tell me, like, Mr. Walker, you're unapproachable. And I'm like, I'm unapproachable? I'm the nicest person you know. And they're like...
I am the nicest person.
I always tell them I'm super nice outside of school. And they're like, Mr. Walker, that's what a mean person would say. And I'm like, that probably is what a mean person would say.
Okay, I'm going to go with 75-25.
When am I dispassionate?
Dispassionate. That's a weird word too. Compassionate and dispassionate.
Okay, when am I uncompassionate?
When people are douchebags.
Douchebags. That's right. That's literally what I say.
So yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
That's fine. Go back to
You are not flamboyant.
Okay.
Heart or head? Lots of heart there. Lots of heart. You're very intellectual, but you have very strong emotions.
That's true.
And I think it's when they're at war with each other, the emotions overcome the head.
That's probably true.
Okay, flamboyant or reserved? Okay, you're a little flamboyant.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought, but then I saw the opposite. Reserved? Am I reserved? Do you think I'm reserved?
No. I don't think you're reserved.
When I'm comfortable, I think
Letter
I'm not.
of the law or spirit of the law? Spirit of the law. Like 100%. Alan is 100% spirit of the law. Like, I think you get frustrated when you feel like people are letter of the law only and they're not like letter of the law people, no offense if you're a letter of the law person, but sometimes they're like looking for loopholes and ignoring the spirit of the law.
I love you so much. I literally said that exact same thing about loopholes and people who follow that. Well, technically, it's like, I don't care. Like you're violating the spirit of the thing.
But on the opposite side of that same coin, the spirit of the law also means that sometimes you're like, well, they didn't really mean exactly that thing.
Correct. When it's when it's dumb, I'm like, why is this here? Like, this is literally just meant...
Mostly like speed limits. Like, let's be real, guys. Like, no one gets in trouble for going like 2 miles over the speed limit. That's the spirit of the law.
Guys, I'm sorry, my wife is a criminal. I always obey all speed limit signs to the MPH. So I'm sorry, guys.
That's a lie.
It's not true. You drive so much faster than I do. So much faster. You think I drive slow on the interstate?
Yes, when we're running late too, I'm like, can you just like go a little faster?
I'm trying to obey the speed limit signs, Christina.
I'm competitive on the road. Free-spirited or disciplined?
I don't think those are opposite of each other.
I think you are super free-spirited. You definitely have discipline, but like your discipline has to be under your free spirit. It has to bow to your.
Let me tell you what you're saying. You're saying that I'm not organized and I am easily distracted. That's literally what you just said.
Yeah, he works very hard.
No, I said the same thing.
Yeah, he works super hard.
That's the thing. I'm aware of all this stuff,
but he can't stick to a schedule.
That's.
Obedient or rebellious? You are rebellious. You have a rebellious streak.
I'm a revolutionary.
If the laws don't make sense, not the laws, the rules, not the laws. If the rules don't make sense, you rebel.
Correct, because there are
like
unjust,
social
unjust rules,
like that kind of stuff.
There are unjust rules.
Creative or conventional? Creative. You're very creative.
I talked about job interviews, about how I hate convention, about how job interviews are really like a I'm about to sneeze, so I apologize.
Bless you.
That was preemptive.
He sneezes really loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut the sneeze, but
keep it.
Regardless, anyway, continue.
Oh, I don't like the dependable and flexible.
I didn't like that one either. I know, I didn't like that one either.
Those are not necessarily opposite things.
You're gonna have to put what you think I am.
I think you're more on the side of dependable.
I'm that dependable? Don't change your answer. That's fine. I don't know what I put.
I meant to go here anyway.
Nice.
So,
okay.
I think you are not. You can be very flexible.
Yes.
But when you are the one calling the shots, when it's a situation outside of your control and it's sprung on you at the last minute.
Yeah.
That is hard.
Correct.
It's hard to be flexible,
Correct.
like initial response.
I'm also inflexible traveling with my students to Busch Gardens. I have 3 rules. Keep up with my pace. I don't know why 17-year-olds are slower than a 39-year-old. 2,
it's hard.
Yeah, 2, no complaining. 3, I decide when we're done looking at the orangutans. Those are the 3 rules. Keep up, don't complain, I decide when we're done. They know. They obey it. I'll look at the orangutans all day.
Those rules don't quite apply to me, but number 3 does.
I will decide when we're done looking at the orangutans. We're there forever, guys. They're so interesting.
And we come back.
We do. I love the orangutans.
You gotta check on them again.
I love orangutans.
They're pretty special. Down to earth or head in the
Especially when
clouds.
like walking on the like ropes. Whoop, 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 whoop.
We had one kind of wave at us one time.
Yes, we were sitting there just staring at it. He goes, and I was like,
we're like, is he looking at us?
guys, I'll tell you a story about orangutan. Okay, this is like the bees or no bees story, but the orangutan story, I'm sure I've told you this. I went to Busch Gardens when I was a kid. There was an orangutan, and he had a paper bag. And at his little moat, he was scooping up water in the paper bag and then looking at it. So he was smart enough to understand that you get water in this container, but not smart enough to understand that water was porous. And so it was going through his paper bag. Meanwhile, while he's doing this, some punk kid is throwing ice at this orangutan, and the orangutan ain't even looking up. He just grab it out of the air. Doesn't even look at it. Grabs it out of the air.
And eats
that ice. Just grabs it out of the air. Eats that ice. That's true. That's a true story.
Is that why you love them so much?
Have I told you that story? Oh, okay, yeah. I used to stay. I would watch, like, for an hour. I would stand there. My mom would be like, I'm going to go gift shop. I'm like, cool, watching orangutans. It was a safer time.
Safer time. Okay, down to earth or head in the clouds. I might leave it 50-50.
Okay.
Because with some things, you're super down to earth. Like, you're really good at estimating time.
I am good.
And with other things, you're kind of like distracted sometimes. And,
I'm easily distracted. That's
and
true.
we'll forget important things. Like
Accurate.
the fridge door. He'll just leave the fridge door open.
Yeah, that's
all the time.
I mean, that's true.
Okay, think outside the box, color inside the lines. Think outside the box. Tense or relaxed.
We put opposite answers for that. I'm so offended when people...
Are you serious?
Why would anyone color outside the lines?
Okay, this is a spirit of the law, letter of the law.
Yeah,
thing.
I thought that's what it meant. But I could not, in good conscience, not put things that are color inside the lines. The thought of someone coloring outside of the lines of a coloring book is like, it's abhorrent to me. Like, that's a crime.
Okay, but the opposite isn't...
It's fine. Don't change your answer. I'm just telling you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I could not, in good conscience, I could not rest easy this eve if I did not put color inside the lines. I just can't. Like, color in the lines, children.
I'm gonna go with tense.
That's probably accurate.
You're pretty dang tense. We're gonna go like...
95.5. I'm pretty high strung.
Well, you just have so much on your plate right now. Decisive. You are very decisive. Most of the time. I'm the indecisive one. Between the two of us, I'm indecisive. So, relatively, he is way more decisive. All right, likes change or likes stability? Likes stability.
Yeah,
Planner or spontaneous? Neither. You neither plan nor are spontaneous.
I am a slug.
End justifies the mean or honorable actions. 100%.
I went on a big tirade about that one.
Yes, the end does not justify the means, folks.
That's what I told him. I told him, Christina.
You told him. Playful or serious? I'm gonna go with playful. Rather playful. I'm trying to get 75 right there. I think you are quite playful. Bless you.
I don't know what happens in this room. Is it because it's the cat room? There's so much.
It's the cat room. Are you allergic to your cats too?
No, I'm not.
Yes. Tells the truth or bends the truth? You can bend a little bit. There you go.
Saying I'm dishonest?
Alan is a great exaggerator.
Okay.
He uses hyperbolic speech.
That's true, but like, does that mean I'm untruthful?
I think you bend the truth expecting people to know that you're bending the truth. You're not trying to deceive, but it's more fun.
read this as attempting to deceive, like truthfulness in general. That's true. I do exaggerate a lot, but I do it for hyperbolic effect because it makes the story more interesting.
To the point that he exaggerates so much that it's understood.
Correct. It's understood that no one could possibly take me seriously. That's why. You can't exaggerate a little bit because then people might believe you. You have to exaggerate a lot. That's true. But I took this as general truthfulness. Do you not find me a truthful human being?
I do find you a truthful human being.
Oh, you find me 30% truthful. That's what you find me.
Is that what I put?
Yes! Apparently I'm a liar,
I feel
y'all.
like 70% of what you tell me is an exaggeration.
But is it deceptive and untrue, or is it exaggeration?
It's just an exaggeration.
Oh my God, just go.
It's bending the truth.
My wife thinks I'm a liar, y'all.
It doesn't say lying. It says bending the truth. I think that's the definition of exaggerating.
I said that I was extremely truthful, except when trying to not have to do things with people. Then I'm like, I have things, because you can't just be like, yeah, I don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean? Like,
I had one friend that would be like, I don't want to do that. And would just tell you.
Is that Claire?
No, actually, it was a friend at Auburn. Her name was Sarah. She would just be like, I don't want to eat there. Y'all have fun, bye.
Oh, that's so mean. Oh, I mean, I do that.
Well, she wasn't mean, though. She was just very blunt. I thought, maybe I should do it. Likes to take things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to go with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Why would you take it apart if it wasn't broken?
Yeah, like then you're probably going to break it. Hotel. Wait, we've never been camping.
Correct.
But
you hate camping.
I don't hate camping.
You have said you never want to go camping.
Have I?
I think so.
I might be open to it if we went with other people that were expert campers. I'm going to go with hotel.
Okay.
I'm going with hotel because that's what we know. Fencing or boxing? Fencing. I'm going to go all the way fencing.
Yes! Why would you want to box?
Fencing is cool and
That's what I
mysterious
said.
because
That's
the
what I
face is covered. Artistic or scientific? I think you are more on the artistic side, but I think that you are interested in science. I think you're more on the artistic side. Book smart or street smart? You're gonna be here. You're definitely more street smart than I am.
You give
so
me
I
way more
can't.
credit for my ability to function outside of academia, but that's fine.
I think you're way more street smart than I am.
If you say so.
I don't know what this word means.
A paladin is, okay, so paladin is the opposite of a rogue. A paladin is, okay, in like D&D and fantasy, a paladin is like a champion of righteousness and justice, and then a rogue is like, you know, sneaky, backstabby type thing. It's the difference between like the thief class and like the justice class.
Justice!
Those are the two. So am I honorable and fight from the front, or am I sneaky and sneak up behind and steal?
You are justice!
I mean, I agree with that.
Competitive
I don't
or
play
casual?
rogues.
Competitive.
100% competitive?
Yes!
Since when? When am I 100% competitive?
When you are playing board games.
You don't think I'm ever casual playing games?
No. I've never played a game with you and it was just casual. Even your like casual games, you're competitive.
Wanting to take the game seriously is not the same thing as competitive.
It's not casual though.
Well, it's not 100%. 100% of competitive is like, if you beat me, I'll kill you.
No, not necessarily. It's just approaching it, taking it seriously.
All right, fine. That's fine.
Transparency, need to know. Oh, like only on a need to know basis.
Am I forthcoming with things, or am I need to know only?
I'm actually gonna go kind of on the need to know side. I think that you are very honest, but you don't like to take the time to communicate things that you don't think are relevant. So you're like, you don't need to know that, so I'm not gonna bother telling you because it takes effort. So it's not like a hiding things from people. It's not like trying to hide things. It's just like, don't worry about it. Like, it takes too much effort to explain.
I curate the information for you. I proffer you only the best information that is the most relevant to the situation at hand.
Drives me bananas.
I cull through all the chaff!
When I ask him a question, it's because I'm genuinely interested in the answer.
Her sister likes to make fun of her because she narrates everything she does.
I narrate my life.
Do impression of what Catherine makes fun of you for.
Oh, like, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go wash the dishes now. Okay, I'm done with the dishes, so I'm gonna go put my PJs on. All right, I'm brushing my teeth. I just kind of like update on all the little things that I'm doing, and then
I just get up and go to another room.
and I'll be like, where are you going? And
I
he'll
just
be like,
do those things.
I don't know. I'll be like, where are you going?
I'll be like to put my pajamas on, but I don't.
No, you won't even say that. You'll just be like, bedroom. I'll be like, okay, why? I'm like, PJs. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Look.
Or usually he'll just disappear, and I'll think he's coming back, and he doesn't come back.
I just go to a different room. Like, anyway, hit the. You keep turning it.
I didn't mean to. Oh, say the words.
Windrunner. So I don't know. I got the different one. Okay, so
I will protect.
I will protect. You are a Windrunner, which gives you access to the surges of adhesion and gravitation. I don't know what that is. Adhesion allows me to bind things together, obviously. I'm glue man.
Obviously.
Gravitation allows you to change the direction and strength of an object's gravitational attraction, including that of yourself, which essentially gives you the power of flight.
Ooh.
The Windrunners are primarily scouts, though they often work as a special forces groups, able to deliver teams of radiants behind enemy lines for secret missions. The Order tends to attract big sibling types, those who want to look out for the defenseless, but also those who enjoy action and want to fight for what they believe in. Windrunners tend to be most like conventional soldiers, believing in the structures of command, team dynamics, and the importance of a squad of brothers and sisters. Tend to have large number of squires than other orders, focus more on other orders and mastering their weapons. So, I got Edge Dancer. The Windrunner was my second. Edge Dancer was my first. So we're very, very close. You're actually really, really close. And Edge Dancer, as I said, is like I will, speak for those who have been ignored. So plus this one, I think I'm a pretty good combination of both of those. I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So up top.
Woo!
Boom. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Next time I will be back with my wife is going to take this for herself, and then I'm going to take it for my wife, and we'll see if we can if she. She did such a good job. I'm afraid I'm going to just butcher it and do terrible. And she'll be like, you don't know me at all. Hopefully that's not the case. But guys,
What I sound like?
I mean, it's my best.
You don't know me at all.
I don't know how to do your voice. Like you don't really have a impersonatable voice. It's you don't know me at all. Yeah, it's high pitch. That's what I got. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, information about my Patreon and Discord is in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.